Hebrews to Negroes. That what they said, yes. That what they talking about there, yes. All right, I'm yours truly, Diva Laree, in the house, rocking with you. We are here for the UNA University, UNA Republic. Right here, we're about to have an open session on this 25th day of November. Let's do this. Yeah, let's get into it. Want to welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Let's get into it today. Welcome. Yes. UNA. Yeah. Yeah. UNA. Halo. Yours truly, Diva Laree. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do this thing. Let's do it, peoples. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree, in the house, rocking with you. How y'all doing? Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? If you did, send me a shout out. Let me see who's in the house. Hold on for one moment. Sunset Beach is in the house. Ed Who, Mark, what's going on? ABR 60 Jamaican, what's going on? Nutri User. All right, we got a lot of people in the house tonight. So I want to welcome everybody. We are going into it today. What are we talking about? Tonight we're talking about, I didn't even put the title up. Let me see if I can get somebody to put the right title up for me. The title for tonight is called, Who Are the True Semitic People? All right. Who are the true Semitic people? All right. Let me make sure I spelled this properly. That is our title for tonight. Now, this is following our first two-part session where we talked about who are the Moors. All right, we went into that. Well, tonight I want to get into who are the true Semitic people. Okay, this is going to play into a lot of what you're seeing. Now, I need to go through this. I didn't get a chance to go through it last session. And I need to go through it this session because a lot of people are still unclear. I want to welcome everybody in. Michael, the chosen one is in. Jester Ford Smith is in here. Now, I want to go through some things that we're hearing. And a lot of people are clearly still not understanding what's going on. All right. Because we need to go into this term that's being used so much in the media about anti-Semitic, you know, calling Kyrie anti-Semitic or saying that Kanye made anti-Semitic statements. All right. We need to be clear about what Semitic means. Okay. And I'm going to take it back so that we understand where this term comes from. All of this stuff is coming from biblical. These are biblical terms when we're talking about anti-Semitic. And it's important that we understand who is anti-Semitic because there are all these laws on the book about if you say something that's anti-Semitic, that you could be sued for whatever reason. Well, for being anti-Semitic. Well, who are the Semites? Who what is a Semite? All right, we're gonna go through this. All right, let's get into this now. Some of you all have heard Kanye say, and it was one of his clips that I can't play on here, but he was saying, well, when you hear somebody say the N-word, or when you hear someone calling a sister the B word, that you're being anti-Semitic. And a lot of people didn't get what he was saying. They thought, well, yeah, we say bad things, we're being negative. But they still didn't really get what he was trying to let everyone know. So that's one of the things. Now, with Kyrie, I still say, as you've heard other people say, he's apologized. I really don't know what he's apologizing for, because I can't find that he did anything wrong except for to post a link. I don't even have any information or evidence showing that he even said anything other than, hey, I've been doing some research, check this link out. I don't see anything wrong with that. All right. Now, in this documentary that is supposedly considered to be anti-Semitic, the deal is it's going on to talk about how there are a people who were originally Hebrew that were now called Negroes. All right. Again, I talked about this in a previous session, that Negroes is a degraded term. All right. Hebrews, we need to understand who they are. Who are the Hebrews? And then there's a group calling themselves Hebrew Israelites who supported Kyrie Irving, and they're considered to be anti-Semitic. And what's so ironic about them being called anti-Semitic is that we're not recognizing who, once again, the true Semitic people are. So we need to go through that and understand where these terms come from. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to post right now. I want to post an image of the lineage tree. All right, because this thing goes back to Noah. That's right. We're talking about Noah as in Noah's Ark. All right, let's take a look at this thing here. Now, hopefully it comes up. Let's see if we can see this here. All right, Shem. It's only showing parts of it, but I'm going to try to get through this so you understand. All right, what you're looking at is the lineage of Shem. Let me see if I have another one that's in here real quick so that you all can get a look at this tree, this family tree. We're talking about a family tree. Let's see if I can find it in here. Here we go. I think this is it. No, that's my hierarchy of law or universal law chart. Well, we'll go back to this. This is the lineage tree. Now, I'm going to explain it to you. What you're looking at right here, this is the lineage of Shem. But let's understand this term Semitic and where it comes from. All right, so now, Noah, as in Noah's Ark, during the time of the flood, Noah had 3 sons. Ham was the oldest son, and Ham means burnt face. Shem and Japeth. All right, Ham, Shem, and Japeth were the 3 sons of Noah. Now, let me see if I put this up here. Please let me put this in here. There is a map that I would love to show you if I put it in here, which I did not. Okay, so Ham, Shem, and Japeth. Ham had the what we know as Africa today. That was the area where his people dwelled in, Africa. All right. Shem was the middle child. And these are melanated beings, by the way. They're melanated. But Shem had the area that we know today as the East. All right. That's where his people dwelled in. So you're talking about Saudi Arabia, over there where Israel is, Jerusalem and all of that, that's where the Shemitic people dwelled. And then you had Japeth, and they were in the Asias, all right, Germany as well. That's where those people dwelled. Now, when we're talking about Ham, Shem, and Japeth, the flood comes, and these were the lineages that supposedly replenished the earth. All right, these are the three known lineages in the Bible. All right, so you got Ham, Shem, and Japeth. And Shem, let me put this up. Shem went on to, from Shem, the lineage of Shem came Abraham. And from Abraham is where you get the 12 tribes, because there came Israel, who was originally called Jacob. All right, let me put this up so that you all can see it. And they inhabited a land. All right. And these are the 12 tribes. You can see Gad and Ephraim, Reuben, Judah down here, Simeon, Naphtali, all right, so Asher. These are the 12 tribes in the land that they inherited, okay? Now, why is that important? That's important because when we start talking about Jacob, or actually, I'm sorry, when we start talking about who the lineage of Ham, Shem, and Japeth, we got to understand that when we're talking about Shem or Shem, those are the people who the so-called Jews are claiming to be from. Those tribes, these tribes, they're claiming to be. Now, there were only 12 tribes, but they're claiming to be the 13th tribe. Now, I need y'all to understand, right here where it says Judah, the term Jew, J-E-W, is shortened from this term Judah. That's where the term Jew comes from. And they're claiming to be of these tribes. Once again, they're claiming to be the 13th tribe. All right. So now let me go back to this, the image where there's the lineage tree. Okay. And unfortunately, it's cutting off, and I'm newbie. I told you I'm a newbie. I'm still haven't learned how to make this thing line up right so that I can move it around. However, what we do see is the lineage of Shem. Off to the left, there's the lineage of showing Ham, which Ham means burnt face. Your Shemitic people were more your copper-colored people. And then your Japeth people were lighter according to the Talmud. But according to my research, these people were still dark-skinned people. All right. So, all that being said, let's understand where the term Semitic comes from. You see the term Shem here. Shemitic or Semitic comes from this term Shemitic, meaning all of these people of this lineage. And you can see down here, you see Abraham and his son Isaac. And then you see Esau and you see Jacob. Jacob is where the 12 tribes come from. Jacob. All right. Now, this is important to understand because when we start talking about the people of the Shemitic people or anti-Semitic, you're saying you're against the people of this lineage right here. All right. All of these brown people here, these brown folks, Shem, and Shem had Asher and Ludel, whoever this one is right here. So all of these are the descendants of Shem. You have to be from this lineage of Shem in order to be considered Shemitic or Semitic. And so anytime someone is speaking against any of these people, then they're being anti-Semitic. Okay, so now we understand that. All right, we understand what anti-Semitic is. Now, let's talk about who the so-called Jews are and who they claim to be from. All right. Now, according to my research, and I would so love for you all to be able to see this whole tree here, but let me go through it, because according to my research, the Jews claim to come from Gomer and Hosea. All right, Gomer and Hosea. Why is that important? That is important because Gomer is not under the lineage of Shem. If you go and do your research, you're going to find that Gomer is under the lineage of Japeth. Remember, there were the three sons, Ham, which is the group that took over Africa. So when you see your blue, black, real dark skinned, dark people, the people of South Africa, those are from Ham. Your copper colored people, brown people, that's from Shem. Those are the people who were in the Middle East. And then when you start talking about Gomer, those are the people who were in the Asias and Germany and things like that. Well, let's understand something. If what we're being told is that Hosea, which is the father of these people who are claiming to be Jews, married a woman by the name of Gomer, or Gomer was under Japeth. So they're not even under the lineage of Shem. So these people who are claiming to be Jews and they're claiming to be Shemitic, they come from Gomer. And Gomer was under Japeth. They're not even Shemitic. Okay. So in understanding that, let's make sure we are clear on the fact that we got a people who are claiming to be Semitic and they're not. Well, who are the true Semitic people? That should be the question. So now let's take a look at these people who are calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. Okay. Now, once again, first of all, where did the term Israel come from? Now, once again, we got Abraham down here. And this is a very important lineage to understand, because from Abraham comes Isaac. From Isaac comes Jacob and Esau. And y'all look these two up because they're very important. They're still playing a role to this day in this whole game that we call this society. All right. So from Jacob comes these 12 tribes. And let me put this back up here so we understand it. All right. From Jacob comes the 12 tribes. All right. So you'll see these 12 tribes here. And they're known as Israel. This whole group here, they're known as Israel. Now, when the father, Solomon, passed, who was running all of these tribes ended up splitting up. You have there's 10 of these tribes that went, that are in the north. This is called the North Israel. And then the southern tribe, the southern Israel. All right. Northern and southern. These three tribes, first of all, let's talk about these tribes up here. These northern tribes got pillaged by the Assyrians. And so they went off to other places. I told you all about the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians are part of this. All right. Also, you got to also recognize that at some point, this group down here, the southern group, got pillaged as well. And these people ran down into what we know of as Africa today. So once that happened, now these people here, they don't have any more connection to their land. Again, this is in the area that we know of as the Middle East today. So when you're talking about the Hebrew Israelites, these were the Israelites. And as I said, these 10 northern tribes, they're considered to be your lost tribes. Where did they go? A lot of people say they're here in the Americas, which I would totally agree with. Haitians, according to my research, those were people who were of the Phoenicians, especially because when you look at some of the things that they are known to do with the, with the voodoo and all of that. Voodoos are spells. Spells are spelling. And remember, Phoenicians are the ones who are very good with words. Phonetics. That's where the term comes from. Phonetic comes from them. Those who were great with words and who were wordsmiths. And they would know how to do spells. Because that's one of the things they practiced in black magic practices, business practices. All right? So I'm letting you know that, yeah, these Israelites, they're all over the place. All right. So now we understand who the Israelites are. And the term Hebrew really deals with a language more so than it should with a nationality. But these were Israelites. All right. But Israelites, people who spoke Hebrew. All right. Now, I want to go into this one. Who were the Moors? Because that was a question that was asked previously. Who were the Moors? Well, let's take a look at this, because when you look up the Moor Science Temple and things like that, they're going to tell you, this is what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you they come from Moab. They call themselves Moabites. Okay? Well, this is why it's important for us to understand these lineages, because we talked about Abraham, Jacob, Isaac. There's another tree over here that we can't see, but I need y'all to understand that Moab, who she was. All right, so now Abraham down here, actually that tree is over here. Abraham had a cousin, actually a nephew, Lot. All right. Abraham had a nephew called Lot. That's off to the side over here that we can't see. But what happened is that Lot is the one who had two daughters. Lot was the one who dwelled in what we know of as Sodom and Gomorrah. That was Lot. So Lot had these two daughters. All right. And one of them was called Moab. And some of you all are familiar with the story that once they left Sodom and Gomorrah, because the so-called angels told them to leave Sodom and Gomorrah because they were going to destroy it. They left Sodom and Gomorrah, and then the daughters got drunk and slept with Lot. That over here, that's Moab. That's where the Moabs come from. But so if you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, then you're not a Moor, because the Moors, they claim to be Moab. All right. And if you claiming to be Moab, you're claiming to be from the ancestral family lineage of Lot and his daughter who had sex with him and bare children. That's where those children come from. That's where the Moabites are from. Her. They're not from this tree right here with Jacob and the Israelites. That's a whole nother family tree. So now why am I bringing that up? Because, I need y'all to understand something. And this is not me being separatist. This is me saying we need to know the full story, because we keep repeating things and we don't understand these people who we're doing business with. Now, y'all need to understand something. According to the Bible, these people here, under Isaac, these Jacob, the Israelites, according to the Bible, these people were God's people. These people here. Not over here, Lot's children. It wasn't talking about the people over here with Japeth. It wasn't talking about the people over here with Ham. It was talking about these people right here. They were supposed to be God's people under Jacob. And their inheritance was supposed to be this right here. This land. This was supposed to be their inheritance. And really all of the earth. But okay, in accordance with God. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because according to the Bible, you have to understand that every last one of these other nations, all of these other ones are the ones who took part in enslaving God's people down here. This includes the so-called Moabs. This includes anybody under the lineage of Japeth. This includes anybody under the lineage of Ham. Now I'm talking about South Africans. I'm talking about Moors. I'm talking about Japeth and everybody else. Every other nation took part in enslaving these people down here who's supposed to be known as God's people. So if you're wondering why you're having a problem building with certain people, I need you to understand that the energies are still there. We are spiritual beings. We are gods. And so are they. All of them are too. We've been at war since back in time. And if you're not understanding who you are and you don't know how to behave and act and walk as a God, then you're going to continue to try to build with people and watch everything you build get torn down because you don't even know self. You don't understand the nature of these beings that you're trying to contract with. You think it has to do with skin color. I'm going to go through this again because I need you to understand that Ham and everybody under Ham was dark people. I need you to understand it wasn't just all these people here under Shem. Shem had all kind of other people, Asher and everybody else. But these people down here were God's people. You need to understand there's Esau got people. Some of them are light skinned, some of them are dark skinned. There's another family, there are the family members over here. They're brown skinned. They look just like you. But once again, every other nation outside of this one worked hand in hand to enslave these people right here that are known as God's people. So if you think that just because somebody is your same color, that they're supposed to be for you, guess again. On a spiritual level, and this ain't me saying it, go read the Bible or go do your own research or just pay attention to what's going on in your own life when you try to build with somebody just because they look like the same color as you. If you're not respecting the character and the content of the person you're dealing with and not paying attention to that, well, you're going to keep getting your stuff torn down. If you don't recognize who you are as a being, you're going to keep getting whatever you build torn down. So what I'm saying to you, all right, I need y'all to understand some of these people, these Albions, as we know, they come from the melanated people. They come from melanated people. Those are the ones who will be there first to back you up before somebody who look just like you. You still think it's about skin color. It's about the character. And it's very difficult because we've been made to think that the Albion hates us and such hates us for the color of our skin. Somebody's playing tricks, and I need y'all to understand something. I came across some information about those who call themselves Jews, and I could end up, I want y'all to know, if y'all catching this, y'all better record it because I have been taken down already. I speak stuff because these are things that I know from my own research, and I've been shut down before. So if y'all catching this, you better record it. All right. But one thing that I've come across is that those who called themselves Jews during this Holocaust, all right, pay attention. They didn't originally speak Hebrew. Come to find out, somebody taught them Hebrew so that they can steal an identity. During the Holocaust times, that's when they learned Hebrew. All right, I'm just putting this out here for you all to understand. Who taught them this language? Who taught them Hebrew? See, y'all think it's the Albion that's really manipulating this game. There's somebody else. There's somebody else over this game. It's the Albion is a puppet, just like the everybody else. Just like melanated people puppets, just like the Jews and the Japanese, rather, not the Jews, but the Japanese. Somebody taught them that language. Who taught them that? Again, I'm telling you all, it's not just the Albion or light-skinned people lying to you and keeping things from you. There's somebody above over this game. And as I told you all last week, I told you that when it came to Britain and when it came to Morocco, they had been in bed. So anybody flying that flag, because I need y'all to understand that the United States flag, that belongs to Britain, especially the one with those yellow fringes. That belongs to Britain. So if you see somebody flying the Moroccan flag next to a U.S. flag, these are two foreign people trying to take over a land that doesn't belong to them. All right. So again, you all have to really step back, know who you are. Be willing to research on who you are. Be willing to go beyond a skin color. Because as I'm showing you here, these are supposedly God's people down here. These people right here. But there's another people. And they are dark skinned and they are light skinned. If you're talking about your Hamitic, see, this whole thing about go back to Africa, and I need y'all to understand that's the South African. They played a role in enslaving these people down here. Esau, these are supposedly light-skinned people. They played a role in enslaving these people, according to the Bible. I'm not telling you to believe the Bible or not. I'm just letting you know that if any of that is true, then y'all got to understand that it's not just because somebody's your skin color. The Bible's already telling you. Even when you look at what happened in Egypt, and Egypt enslaved the Israelites. Those are two melanated people. Darker people enslaving these Israelites from another land. All right. Well, that's the same thing that happened here in the Americas, where you got your original people of the land who were melanated folks, and then some people come over calling themselves Moors from another land and enslave the people in the land. All right, that's two melanated people enslaving each other. Okay. So I'm letting you know, you got to come off this skin color thing, because the same being that you are thinking is supposed to be for you because they your skin color, that'll be your enemy. And the one you're pushing away and dogging and dissing and showing disrespect for, that Albion, well, you got to remember now, this is something that they don't tell you. Once again, that the Albion comes from melanated people. They are grafted from the melanated people. They more related to you. They more closely related to you than the Hamitic African. Yeah. So again, start looking at the content of the character, not the color of the skin, because this game is getting deep, and I'm going to let you know that it ain't just the Albion. It is not just light-skinned people who are playing you. There's somebody who's muddying the history, and they don't want you to know the truth about who you are or who they are. All right? I want y'all to know I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for listening. If you want to be a part of our upcoming season in January, all right, if you want to be a part of that in January, hit us up at UNA Republic on, you go to UNARepublic.com, all right? Check us out. Go to the link in the bio. I love y'all. Y'all can check me out at Diva Laree. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm going to see y'all next time. I love you. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yes, yes, yes.